what is SearchBot, and what does it offer to users?
Yeah, it's a great question, and part of the answer to that is we're still trying to figure it out.
Right.
The generative AI thing has just kind of gone completely nuts, and like you said, we'll get into a bunch of the stuff that's happening in the last, even just this week, is mind
Yeah.
blowing. But SearchBot and SearchBot's, I don't know, cousin, brother, sister, MarTechBot, were sort of truly skunkworks projects when ChatGPT sort of happened a year or so ago. We started using the technologies ourselves, obviously, and trying to figure out, what are the use cases for these things, both internally and as an organization that focuses on marketers. Like, what are marketers doing with generative AI? And obviously, the answer is, quite a lot. And so we started playing around with a bunch of different platforms and technologies to answer the question, like, what would it look like if we built our own chatbot? And at that time, it was really, OpenAI was really, I think, one of the only places you could go to do this fairly easily. And we just started down the path of saying, like, what would it look like if we trained a chatbot on all of the Martech actually went first. The Martech bot was the first one we launched. And we just decided to experiment and see, give it to the community, let them use it, see what they did with it. And it was really, really fascinating. We learned so much about, how the LLMs work, how they work with embedded content. And it worked well enough that we decided, the search community deserves a version as well. And thus SearchBot was born. We did a couple of different things with SearchBot, and then actually upgraded the whole thing when we're using basically a plugin that sits on top of WordPress to connect the dots on the back end. And when the developer released new functionality that allowed us to really customize the chatbots as well as get access to image generation, we're like, let's make this into sort of a bit of a suite. And that's kind of what we have now, is like a suite of generative AI tools designed for marketers. And, it's so interesting to see what people do with it. But ultimately, it's, you can really think about it like, hey, it's a chatbot that is smart about search engine land and MarTech, and therefore is sort of pre-informed about the kinds of content that we write about every single day. So you can get really specific answers about things like user experience design, marketing analytics, SEO, PPC, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's been really interesting, honestly. Like, my brain is still sort of spinning about where we might decide to take it. But at this point, it's free, so anybody can just go to the sites and use them. And we're just sort of collaborating with the community to try to figure out, what's the point of this, and what usefulness can come out of it.